About 6 months ago, I made the decision to rebuild my body after pregnancy. Since then, I've lost nearly 10 pounds of body fat while maintaining my muscle and increasing my metabolic rate. But lately, I've found myself in a place where I'm not really regressing, but I'm not seeing much progress either. So I decided it's time to level up and get even more intentional about the rebuild. And a big part of that starts with how I'm fueling my body. So today, I'm taking you through what I eat in a day while working toward that.
Okay, we're ready. Yeah, you ready? Okay, let's go check this one. Can you push the buttons? You're ready. Okay, remember which one? It's this one. Can you help Mama stir? Mama stir. Mama stir. Yeah, hold at the top. Okay, so my meals need to basically consist of enough protein and fiber. Hey, Rennie, are you hungry? Are you hungry? Yes. So today I have 1 egg in here. I have about a cup of egg whites, and that's going to take me just over 30 grams of protein alone. And then I have a tortilla here. It's a carb smart tortilla that has 16 grams of fiber in it. So I'm starting off strong. Rennie is ready to eat, so we're just gonna dig in. You ready? Oh my goodness, look at all your toys. So last week I told you that I was ending the postpartum series for right now, but that doesn't mean that my rebuild is over. In fact, after getting my DEXA scan and latest RMR results, I'm like more determined than ever. And I feel like I've been hovering over the past 2 months or so, and I'm just ready to refocus. So the plan is pretty simple, or the goal, I should say. It's to continue to lose body fat while maintaining or even increasing my muscle mass to get stronger, improve my energy, and complete a 14-mile hike in the coming weeks. That's it. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. Right now, I feel like I'm hovering right around 160 pounds. That's just from my latest DEXA scan. But because I know I feel my best, or have always felt my best, around like the 140 to 145 range, I think that would be part of my goal, but it's not like the end all be all, because I don't like to focus on weight loss. I'm more focused on body composition. So the goal is to lose fat while maintaining my muscle mass. And if that looks like, feeling my best and feeling my strongest at 150 pounds, 155, then so be it. But I just know from past experience that 140 to 145 is like where I sit and feel really comfortable in like all of my clothes and just my energy and things like that. In order to hit my body composition that I want, I need to make sure that I'm increasing my protein. So what I've been doing is eating enough protein for my body, but I do need to increase that in order to increase my lean muscle mass. Next, I want to have primarily plant-forward meals. So lots of plants in my diet. I've always been a big advocate of getting plenty of plants. So that's fruits, vegetables, whole grains, beans, legumes, things like that. And then just making sure that I'm fueling my body enough to sustain my training for the 14-mile hike and still having energy left over. So I don't like to focus on weight, but because I won't be getting another DEXA scan for like another 6 months, at least another 6 months, I need to make sure that I'm moving in the right direction with things. So I'm going to be weighing in once a week. And what I love about this is that I'm going to track it in the RepKey Fitness app, because then I can start seeing the trends over time. I will also use a handheld body fat monitor every 4 weeks. It's something that we have at our RepKey Fitness studio, and it's not the most accurate, but it does give me a baseline. So the last time I looked, it was about 2% off compared to like the DEXA scan. So I'm going to be doing that about every 4 weeks, because body fat doesn't change a whole lot from week to week. Now, if stepping on the scale changes your mood in any way or impacts the way that you go about your day when it comes to food, then it's probably not the right tool for you. I used to struggle with the numbers so badly when I was at my, I would say, in my clinically obese days. And I know that it has taken a lot of work and a lot of time to see that number on the scale as data and not as judgment. Okay, so whew, look at this hair. It is wild. Strawberry blonde is like coming out today. So I just put Ren down for a nap, and now I'm going to eat lunch. I did have an orange earlier, and I would pair that with like a protein shake. Now, I typically don't drink protein shakes. However, I will say that because I'm trying to increase the amount of protein I'm getting just to build more muscle, because I was able to maintain it, but to build more muscle, I am incorporating protein powder. So I've got Syntha 6 vanilla ice cream. Does it have pure ingredients? Absolutely not. But I'm like, I am someone who enjoys a Diet Coke, like probably like every other day. So this is not going to kill me if I have this. And it tastes really great, and I've been really enjoying it, but I've been pairing like a fruit with that for post-workout days. Now that helps, the protein helps with muscle recovery and rebuilding that muscle after it's been broken down, so to say, after a workout. And then the carbohydrates from the fruit, that helps just replenish energy. Okay, so what I've got here, I've got some, I would say a meat-based tomato sauce. So this is just Rao's regular marinara, or maybe it's a tomato basil, I forget. But I chopped up a ton of onions and peppers, and then I threw in spinach and cooked all of this up. And then I've got whole wheat pasta here. Now, with this, I've got my whole grain, I've got my veg, I've got my meat source or my protein source. So this right here is like a complete meal. I do try to add fats into my meals as well, but the Rao sauce, it has fat in it. It's made from tomatoes and oil, like olive oil. So it has plenty of fats in it. But anyway, this is like a typical lunch for me to help kind of hit my goals in terms of fiber, in terms of protein. This has a little more than 18 grams of protein in it. I know that because of the amount of ground, beefless meat that I put in it. This is the Gardein brand. And then the
whole wheat pasta is actually going to have some protein in it as well. Not a ton, but just a little bit. So we're probably looking at over 20 grams of protein in this particular meal. So while I'm eating here, I'm just thinking about my next steps. Ren is in bed, taking a nap. She's not sleeping. I can hear her. She should be. But anyway, I am going to meal prep for this upcoming week. Now, I don't have to meal prep as much this week because next weekend is Ren's birthday. I plan on doing like my typical egg breakfast with rosemary sourdough toast. And then for like mid-morning snack or post-workout snack, it's going to be that smoothie that I showed you. It's going to be the protein shake. And I'm going to pair that with a fruit of some sort. For lunches, I'm going to focus on a soup. So I have a recipe on my Strong.Bold.Healthy website that is a crock-pot lentil stew. I love it so much. So I'm going to revisit that recipe, and that's basically like primarily vegetables. So that's going to hit all of my like needed vegetables or fiber for the day. And then I'm going to make some tacos, and that's just going to be using like the beefless ground that I've used in this pasta. I'm going to use that, some taco seasoning. I used to make my own taco seasoning, but I'm a mom. I don't have time for that right now. And a business owner. But I'm going to do the tacos on some high fiber tortillas. And then I already got like pre-made guac. I'm going to do some refried beans, vegetarian style. And then for another dinner, I'm going to do some salmon, roasted potatoes, and either broccoli or asparagus. I got both. I think I'm just going to make them all so I can just pair those greens with like whatever I'm eating during the week. But that is the plan primarily. It's just those three recipes: the crock-pot lentil stew, the tacos, and then the salmon. So super simple. The only thing that's going to be like really hands-on are the tacos. Ready? Okay, can you help me hold it?
Yes.
Yes, you got it. Okay, you ready to put it in the oven? Yes. You want broccoli? Look, you might like this. Want broccoli?
Yeah.
You want broccoli?
Yes.
Okay, can Mama have a bite?
No.
No. Is it good? So this meal prep is probably one of the easiest that I have done. So I've got my salmon over here. It just looks so good. And then otherwise, I packaged up ingredients that are going into my meals. So I've got like my taco meat here. This is plant-based. I've got sauteed onions and peppers here. I have refried beans. We have roasted potatoes, broccoli, asparagus. And then I am just waiting on my lentil stew to get done, and then we'll be good to go. Now, all of this food is just fueling my long hikes. I have a long hike tomorrow, and it's fueling just the other workouts that I'm doing, whether it is yoga or Pilates or weightlifting. And yeah, hopefully, it will support increasing my lean muscle mass while reducing body fat and changing my body composition. Okay, so this is the Synthesix protein that I've been using. I actually added mango and frozen raspberries to this. It's really good. I mixed it with Ripple pea milk, the unsweetened version, and this entire drink has over 30 grams of protein.
Mama.
Yes, baby.
Brown bear.
Brown bear.
You want brown bear? So I've got to give brown bear to Rennie. So with this, it has a good amount of fiber as well because raspberries are really high in fiber. So I didn't finish this, obviously. I'm probably going to finish it for like dessert tonight, but I'm going to have some dinner right now. For dinner, we have some leftover rice and then some tikka chana masala. It's what I prepped last week. It's chickpeas in like a coconut sauce. It's really, really good. So of all of the meals that I've had today, and snacks, I would say, this is probably the most fiber dense, but the least protein dense. We're looking at like 10 to 12 grams of protein here. And then fiber is pretty much off the charts. I'll give you like a total of like protein and fiber that I've hit all throughout the day just from having these 3 main meals and the snack of the orange and the smoothie or the protein shake. Was it good? I did not finish all of my dinner. I am actually full. And that's what intuitive eating is. But today I looked at like my totals from breakfast with the egg and the wrap and the spinach.
Mama.
My pasta. Yes, baby.
I'm good.
Yeah? Okay, can you give me 1 second? Okay, thank you. I love you. My lunch, which was the pasta with the ground beef that was plant-based,
Mama.
plus the veggies and the marinara sauce, and then having this chickpea, this tikka chana masala with rice.
Mama.
Yes, baby.
You want to look at this?
I love you.
Mama.
I love you. Having this dinner on top of having a protein shake with raspberries and mango and some plant-based milk, and then having an orange. I'm at a total of 115 grams of fiber for the day and 115 grams of protein. That would be a ton of fiber. And 52 grams of fiber. Okay, so 115 grams of protein, 52 grams of fiber. So it's a pretty solid day. I'm feeling pretty satiated. So each meal that I've had today has consisted of 3 different things: a protein, a carbohydrate or a whole grain, and then a vegetable. And that's how most of my like main meals are, whether they are more pescatarian or they're more plant forward. They always have those 3 components because I feel like that's what makes a very solid meal that keeps me satiated for a while and helps me fuel throughout the day and just stay energized. And that's how you balance it. But this is how I'm going to be eating moving forward to not only fuel my workouts, but also that 14-mile hike coming up.
This rebuild has nothing to do with dieting. It's about fueling my body well enough and consistently enough to change my body composition and to prepare me for the things I absolutely enjoy in life. Next time, I'm taking you through the exact workouts I'm doing to increase my strength, decrease my body fat, and prepare for longer hikes. If you want to watch it all unfold, make sure you hit subscribe.